After the tragedy of 9/11, there was an obvious need for seamless and simple communication between all types of first responders.
This network needs to work reliably in emergency situations when cell service is crashed. That is where we come in.
When meeting with our stakeholder, we found that we were working on a multidisciplinary team with a senior capstone design team in computer engineering. The proposed system was described to us, and then we re-illustrated the image here. Each group of first responders has a wireless router which allows them to communicate via Wi-Fi connection on their Android phones to the router and then over UHF, ultra-high frequency, to a repeater node. This repeater node then sends the information over UHF to the command center and possibly to other first responders. Our team's tasks were defined as designing the interface for the Android phone app and the physical casing for the router hardware. The components to go inside the casing were defined as a chip, battery, and antennas.
This is what it's currently estimated to be.
Oh, wow.
What I envisioned for a router type size, this is a standard Motorola fire picture. That's how I'll learn for fire calls.
Okay.
That could fit on a gun belt.
Yeah.
And firefighters, if they're out in the field wearing just their blue duty day uniforms, we'll wear something like that already along with an 800 megahertz radio as well. That would work.
Okay.
I don't know.
I mean, the router only...
For your camera purposes.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so there you go.
How big are your teams?
Oh, 2 people. So that's practically every person because we're rarely within 35 feet of each other. You're essentially looking at somebody on every team that has to be over.
If you designated one person to go out and do it, you kind of take them out of service
True.
as a unit. They would just be like the designated comms officer, you know what I mean? You're kind of like the radio guy with the military group that's out, you know, you see in most films like the radio guy and then travels with the lieutenant all the time.
Yep.
That's essentially what that person would end up being.
Okay, so that kind of just focuses out of the picture.
It kind of would. I mean, I couldn't see one of our officers wearing one of these all day for football.
Many techniques were used in brainstorming, such as idea mapping, brainstorming cards, and idea generation. Things which were considered were what the first responders carry in regards to the attaching of the router casing, and the features the first responders would want for the app.
I think the home should be like, maybe it represents like the most recent like things in your area, or it gives you feedback on that or something.
Maybe just the map.
Maybe just the map, like map of location. Like call it something else. Like it's just intuition of where you are, maybe, and it, I know what I would like. I don't know if your users would like it, but the home screen is like your location and then the other first responders' location. Now I know where everyone is.
Due to size constraints, the battery was split up from the rest of the hardware, and the router casing was designed for the board and antennas. It was then 3D printed on an FDM machine. In order to increase shock protection, springed sections were added to the casing's standoffs. After printing and assembling the router casing, a pouch was made for the battery. Both the pouch and the router casing have multiple means of attachment, such as belt loops and straps, or even being stowed in a backpack.
Here we have the map area. We can see where we're located in Penn State. We go to the request tab to ask for help. There's criminal activity, there's accidents, fires, a window for optional text, so you can just type whatever, and you could even do it through voice. Now, we can take a picture, or we can select a picture from gallery. It'll take you to the phone's gallery pictures, and then finally send the message. It'll give you a slight confirmation message. There's also a message tab, and we have income messages here, or we can have the sent messages out here.
Well, that's pretty handy. I couldn't get back to the map. I didn't know how to do it. It's right at the top.
Yeah.
Making it harder than it is. In the course of my normal duties, I would not attach it to this belt.
Yeah.
I'd do a belt over a belt, and I would put it all on a belt.
On one separate belt for itself?
Something like that.
Okay.
That might save some lives.